Hi guys, welcome to another video, and this one is an introduction to Lightroom, just a sort of brief overview of what the program looks like, and so be it. You can certainly get a lot of these off the web, so don't be shy. So here it is down in my dock. I've downloaded the program and I've put it installed it within the dock of my computer, so I can get it. I use a Mac, as you can tell. Lightroom 4 is what we're using here. I'm still waiting to get this upgraded to Lightroom 5, and I will be shortly, so stay tuned for that. Now you can see when I've opened it up here, Lightroom is an interesting program here. It's not a blank screen because I have uploaded images onto it, and Lightroom leaves it exactly where you left off when you stopped working, so it's kind of cool in that respect. Lightroom is actually a program that's made up of lots of different modules. Each one is like a sub-mini program or little application within this bigger application. So it's quite a good deal to have all of this within one overhead. I used to use 3 or 4 different programs to do all of this stuff. And certainly Photoshop will do most of this, but some not. So there are some things that are pretty much proprietary to Lightroom. That you can work around in Photoshop, but Lightroom makes it much easier to work with. Another wonderful thing about using this program, Lightroom, is that nothing's permanent. Any changes you make to an image, you're making changes to a copy of that image. That Lightroom makes a copy of that image. And you can go back at any time in the future and undo those changes or upgrade them or look at them a month from now and say, my gosh, what have I done? Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing that you can do that very easily. In Photoshop, you have to save layers of changes in order to keep them active. Or you can go back into the history sometimes, but it gets much more complicated in Photoshop. Photoshop also is a lot of other aspects to it that are not used by a still photographer, and this is kind of what Lightroom has been designed to do, to fulfill the needs of a still photographer. Anyway, we've got these different modules at the top just to show you what they do. In the library module, where it's open now, library, you import and export images into your program, and then you create a little database on the side. I used to use a separate program for doing that database business. The develop module is where we will spend a fair amount of time processing your image, refining it. We have a series of tools down the sides here you can use. I'm not going to go into them now because other videos we will be going into this. As a matter of fact, the next video is about importing images, so we'll be talking more about the library module then. The map I don't use too much. That's for designating where you took a particular image. I guess if I was traveling or if I was a journalist or something, that might come in handy, but I can't see it having much application for me personally right now. The book module is pretty cool. The book module allows you to, or I should say helps you prepare books, images in book format so that you can get them printed and so forth, or make up your own as a digital book. I have a grandson, and I love to make little photo books for him about different aspects of things. It's a lot of fun. It's really easy. So, slideshow module we'll be using as one of your assignments in the future. You'll be organizing your work into a nice little slideshow, and I'll encouraging you to use either sort of a voiceover or maybe some music and so forth to make this thing a little bit more engaging as you're presenting work to us. This is pretty cool what you can do digitally with images in terms of a slideshow. It's more than just kind of showing one right after the other. There's more to it, or they can be. The print module I use a lot myself because I'm a printmaker. We won't be using this much in this particular course. In Photo 1, Art 235, we use the print module because we make physical prints in that course, as opposed to digital images we're working with here. But the print module also allows you to make different things with your images. You're going to be producing contact sheets to send me through the mail. So I can see what you're working on there, and I can evaluate these and send them back to you. The web is what it says, preparing images to put on your website or to install on the web or to put up for public view. Pretty cool. So you get all of these different sub-modules, they're called, within this one application. and they're all wonderful. Now let me show you some other things about this. Let's see. Let's look at a different view here. Now I've just organized my images or arranged them so that they're as a proof sheet or contact sheet. Now you notice that since we've got a few seconds here, we've got different arrows at different sides of the frame here. And what these do, this allows you to see more of your images here. More of this space will show. So here we go. I'm going to click on these arrows to close them up. I'm working on a little laptop here, so space is at a critical or a premium, I should say. When you're working on a laptop. What's going on here? There we go. Okay, so check this out. So there we go. So I can see all of my proof sheets, all of my images as a proof sheet, to see which ones I like and which ones I don't like, to kind of get a sense as to how I was thinking. Pretty neat. Now I'm gonna open these back up because I'm trying to teach you stuff here, and you got to be able to see what's going on in order to do this accurately. There we go. So we're all here. So we're back to where we started again. So I will be back with you in shortly with another video about importing your stuff. I also will include a much more extensive video by Julianne Cost. She makes videos for Adobe, and she's the Lightroom specialist, and she makes very, very good videos on Lightroom, how to. And so I'll give you some links to that too, as well as this. So till then, good luck and keep shooting. See ya.